So this is BrainPOP. This is the BrainPOP app that has many, many movies for many different disciplines. And you are looking at the social studies page because I am a social studies teacher, but there are many other disciplines that are covered, even things for your school such as bullying and things that cover just class culture. And this app is not as complete as the one that is on the computer, that is on the web. But what's really great about it is that the students can navigate themselves, and they can use it in class all by themselves on their iPad when you're doing something else with the class. You can also do it with them, and it would be a fun bell ringer or culminating activity, or if you have a advisory period or something like that, you could do it with your class, because there are some on here that are fun and that like have to do with special days and things like that. So look at the next page. You'll see within, if we choose a category within social studies, we can look at something such as, let's say, civil rights. And there, if you notice, there is a little emblem there, and you will see that on one of the characters' t-shirts when you get there, and the kids always get a kick out of that because it always turns up on Tim's shirt. The characters are Tim and Moby, and we will be meeting them shortly. And when we go to the next page, now on the next page, the next slide, we see the very beginning of the movie. It's called, they always call it The Mysteries of Life with Tim and Moby. And it always begins with a letter from some mysterious person. And this is PJ, and he asks, what was the civil rights movement? And Tim always reads this letter aloud, and the character here is going to be PJ. So that'll be fun. There's PJ. Okay. Tim and Moby. And here, as I told you, was Tim's shirt. There, I'm a wonderful drawer. And there's Tim's shirt, and he always has whatever symbol it was. And this is Moby, and the kids love Moby. And all Moby really says is beep, and makes wonderful expressions with his eyes. So Tim is here, and we always have vocab words that they're going to be asking about later. And so they explain what segregation is here, which is very helpful. And they talk about major events, major people, and it always astonishes me at how the way that this is presented, the kids really do remember who these people and places and the order of things is very, very clear to them. So it's really appealing. And so here's Martin Luther King making his famous speech, and there are many other events they talked about in this video that the kids will be quizzed on later. And usually at the end of the video, there's some sort of a summing up. So, and it's, you know, it's usually profound. It's usually very, very up to date. Like recently I saw one on, yesterday actually, I watched one on Wounded Knee, and it was not, you know, it was very much in line with what the American Army did to the Native Americans and how ashamed we should be of our role in that. It was not the old-fashioned kind of history that we would learn. It was very up to date. It was very current, and that video ended on a very somber note. Usually, I'll show you in a moment. Usually, it ends sort of on an upbeat note, with Moby doing something kind of funny, and the kids like that. But that one ended on an appropriately somber note. Here it says, our society wouldn't be what it is today if not for people who believed and continue to that their children and their children's children could live in a fair and just world. So it ends with a message. Yet, light. What's that, Moby? You have a dream too? Is it also about peace and harmony? But of course, Moby, being Moby, because Moby's funny. Moby wants to win the Super Bowl MVP award. Ha 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 ha. And the kids think that's cute, and they laugh. Now, they come to a screen that says they can replay the movie if they like, to make sure they understand what's going on, or they can take the quiz. And the quiz is multiple choice, and at the end, I don't know why it's showing me opacity. I don't need opacity. At the end, it will show them their score, and they could go back and do it again if they like. If you do it as a class, they enjoy that. And sometimes I have them write their answers down, and then we decide as a group, how well we've done. And it can be a lot of fun. And they usually do quite well, I must say. Now, if your school does not have a subscription to BrainPOP, do not despair, because they have, in this app, they have free movies, and they also have one each week that you can do that is on various subjects, but that could be, as I said before, a bell ringer or something that you could have your kids do if they're finished with their work, or as an end of the day thing, or as a fun activity. Sometimes they have it fit in with a holiday. Probably on Martin Luther King, they'll have a Martin Luther King video of some sort. So it's really fun, and the kids do learn a great deal from doing these videos, and they seem to remember it. And I think it's if you do have the web service, you can print out the quizzes, and sometimes it's fun to give them to it a few weeks later and see what they have retained as well. Now, there's a page called About BrainPOP, and you can also watch the short movie that gives you some of the facts about BrainPOP. They even have this tells you that it goes by ages. They have a BrainPOP Junior for the youngins, and they also have it in Spanish, which I have never experienced that one, but I have seen the younger version, and it's just has some different topics, and it's a little bit easier as far as the questions and things like that. So I think BrainPOP is a wonderful go-to app. Sometimes it's one of those great things on the days when you can't get things together in the morning, and you want to just have 15 minutes to get your act together. It is you can feel guilt-free and go to this app and know that your kids are learning something while you are putting your head together. The children really enjoy it, and they learn from it, and they become very fond of Tim and Moby in the process. So I hope you enjoyed learning about BrainPOP, and I enjoyed learning about Explain Everything, which is also an excellent app. So, thanks very much. Signing off.